Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Good effort, Meg. Today, I just wanted to do a short video kind of giving y'all a tour of my work area. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I recently upgraded the background of where I typically work. So I wanted to share with y'all the reasons why I decided to do it, and also hopefully this will give y'all ideas and inspiration to make the spaces that are available to you work. I personally noticed on social media and other YouTubers have like very nice workspaces and dedicated work areas, and I personally don't have that luxury at the moment. So Anthony and I rent a 2-bedroom apartment and we both work from home, and so Anthony has to have his office because he takes way more phone calls than I do for my day job, and so my work area is actually in our entryway. So this would typically be like the dining room of our apartment, and so I just wanted to show y'all how I was able to make this space work for me, and hopefully that will give you guys, if you're in a similar situation, some comfort knowing that you can make a space work for multiple purposes. And even though it might not be ideal, just knowing that this is a step in your life and eventually you will get the space that you dream of, hopefully. But for now, we can make things work. We can make them beautiful and comfortable and inspiring for us. So without further ado, let's get started. So first I wanted to show you guys my desk space, and this is it. Please don't judge me on the cord management. I have had to make it work for me, and ideally I would have the cables up and tidy, but because I have to switch between my sewing machine and my serger and my laptop and my PC constantly, it just, for now, this is what works in a rental situation. But I recently upgraded to a new computer chair. I'm not sponsored or anything. They had a sale going on, and so Anthony and I decided to upgrade from our like $50 computer chairs to some nicer ones because, as with many people, we went completely work from home, and so it made sense for us to invest in a more ergonomic computer chair. So here's little Tyson boy taking a nap. I usually always keep their cat tree here because when I'm working or gaming or hanging out with friends or anything, usually they like to lay right here, and I found that putting their cat tree here and a blanket in my lap will usually keep my workspace nice and clear, and they love it as well. Sorry to wake you up, boy. So this is my gaming computer. So I originally made this to be capable of doing virtual reality. So I have my headset here. It's just an HTC Vive, and my computer's not on at the moment, but I really do love it. I built it, I think, about 4 years ago, so I'm still very happy. It's still going strong. And up here, I just have a few little things that make me happy. So I have a little figure that I can pose in different ways, and that was back when I was trying to learn how to draw people, and I just could not get my head wrapped around it. I have this little Bob Ross bobblehead and a little collection of his paintings. Some of my coworkers from my last job gave this to me because I used to quote Bob Ross a lot. I just love his calm demeanor and just his outlook on life and everything. Hence the quote, which is not by him, but I found this in a thrift store a really long time ago, and I loved the quote, so I decided to get that. Then I have a picture of Anthony and I, and then my most recent addition, which is this really, really cute lamp that's really nice when I'm using my computer at night, but I don't want this lamp on because sometimes the light is just too harsh for my eyes. Then I just have this very inexpensive sound bar, and I just have one of those smart devices and my Xbox controller for my PC. I recently added this shelf. I got it from IKEA above my desk because As you might have saw in some of my videos, I was running out of desk space because the amigurumis were literally taking up all of the room on my desk. So I have put those up there, and I'm excited because it's a bit wider, so I can really just start collecting them up there as I complete them, and maybe in the future I can start gifting them or whatnot when I run out of space up there. I then have these adorable pictures that Anthony had made for me. So we have Tyson here and Penny here, and just a few gifts from friends. So the rocket ship picture I got from NASA when we visited in Houston, Texas. And then I have a little Lego Lucky Cat that Anthony and I got on one of our date nights, and we just picked up some Legos and put them together. And then I have this cute little koala that somebody brought me back from a trip to Australia. And then this is really where all of the magic happens. So I have my tripod here that I picked off of Amazon, and I move it between this spot here. And if you see this little piece of tape here, that is the spot that I put the tripod when I'm crocheting. So I set the tripod to be top down, and I do my non-YouTube related work right here. And then I will shift over to sewing when I need to. So I can quickly switch between the two by putting everything away. And that's my power cable to my sewing machine. This little cart, I believe I also got from IKEA. It's been incredibly helpful. It's kind of a catch-all, but I keep all of my important documents. I keep pens and crochet hooks and my yarn bowl within easy access. This is also where I keep all of my pattern weights, and then just a catch-all for papers. And this is actually our laundry closet. So I can never do laundry while I'm filming, which is become a challenge on some days, but it's okay. We've made it work. And I found it was a perfect spot where I could slide my cutting and craft mats against the wall, and they were out of the way. So I was able to make that work. And over here to the left of my desk, I have this IKEA, I think it's Alex brand or collection drawer set. And this is where I keep really everything. So I have my pens and papers, I've got extra stamps, a little photo printer, my 2 different computer glasses. I keep all of my cables, extra power banks, things like that, filming equipment, and just little computer cables and stuff that I need readily available. This is by far my most used drawer. So this was a little insert that I found at IKEA in the as is section, and it is incredibly organized, and this makes me so happy. So that is all my sewing notions. This is more a catch-all for some things. So this is the embroidery attachment to my sewing machine, and I just have a few items in here that are from my last place of work that I don't want to hang up yet. I would rather wait till we have a house. And then this is where I keep all of my embroidery thread and my serger thread. Now, this is our utility closet, but this is where our water heater and our air conditioner is. So this is got to remain clear in case we have an emergency and maintenance has to come in. So I found it was the perfect spot for this little crafting table that I picked up at Goodwill. And then this is really where everything kind of changed. So used to, we had 3 bar stools here, and we didn't really use them much. We have TV trays that we use for the majority of our meals. And so a couple weeks ago, Anthony surprised me and took me to IKEA and said we should get something so my storage could be better, because used to, all of this stuff that you see here was underneath my desk, right under my feet here, and on top of here, and tucked back in here, just so it wasn't in view of the camera, but I just didn't have enough storage space. So now I have all my rulers and my craft paper, my serger and thread. These 2 bins here are full of fabrics that I've picked up. This little basket that I made when I was in high school is just full of little odds and ends like interfacing. I've got some glue and I picked these up as well from IKEA, and these were just some little magazine holders that I was able to empty out my binder because this is where I kept all of my patterns and it like would not shut anymore. So I was able to move them into these magazine holders, and I love this so much, so I definitely want to go back and get more, and these were super inexpensive, which is very nice. Then this little bin, I put all of my scrap fabrics, and in here are the buttons, and you might be curious why there are wheels in here, but these wheels were on my old computer chair, and it just made them my old computer chair because it was so inexpensive. The upgraded wheels made them so much better, but they didn't fit on my new computer chair, but I really like them, so I'm trying to find another use for them. And I think this is a calyx unit from IKEA, and we just purchased the extra feet for it. But you can also get these little inserts. So here I just put 2 doors on it, and there's some more scrap fabric in there. We've got bigger pieces of fabrics in here. That's just full of more notions. This box I ended up using for hardware that I didn't want it to get lost. In here we just have some random odds and ends, and in here is where I put the extra craft supplies. So this is all of my needle felting. I've got my hot glue gun in here, and now that can all be tucked away and hidden out of sight. And kind of the last tip, so I know that my ironing board does not look pretty. I've had this ironing board for well over 10 years, and my mom actually gave me this tip when I was in college, is to get like a towel hook that has the double hooks on it, and then you can hang your ironing board up. So this is really the only space I had. And under my desk, in case you're wondering, that little black piece there, that's a little foot pillow. I'm not super short, but I'm not the tallest person, and even on the shortest setting, this chair, my feet dangle a little bit, and so I got this little foot pedal to help. But this is it. This is where I film all of my YouTube videos and where I do my non-YouTube work. This is where it all happens. Isn't that right, sweet boy? So I hope you guys enjoyed this small little tour of my workspace. As you saw, it is a small area, but again, I've made it work for me for the many purposes that I use it for, and I've tried to keep it in such a way that it doesn't get in the way of either Anthony or any guests that we have coming in. So I hope this is inspiring for y'all, and if there's anything that y'all have like a specific question about that I might be able to help with, then let me know down in the comments below, and otherwise I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!